everyone, welcome to my channel, Low Carb Revelation. I am Paula and I live a keto lifestyle. I have been living a keto lifestyle now for 15 months. Since I have been living this way, I have experienced a long list of health benefits. I have done some other videos on what keto has done to my body, and I've talked a little bit about hormones in those videos. But I've never done a video just about hormones and what keto has done to my hormones. I've just been putting it off for a little while because some of the things that I'm going to talk about today are personal things, and I'm just not very open about things like that. But I just need to do this because I just feel to do it. So I have talked before in videos about the joint pain that I had and the autoimmune issues that I had and the migraines, the inflammation in my body. That was the main reason why I started keto. My health has completely turned around for the better since I have been eating this way. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not giving medical advice. I am just sharing my experience. This is what happened to me when I started eating a low carb diet, and I feel compelled to share what has happened to me because I know that it has and it's going to help a lot of people. I'm going to talk about my hormones before I started keto. So I'm 52 years old, my late 40s. I started having perimenopausal symptoms. I started having hot flashes, I started having mood swings, and that is also the time when my migraines started. I don't know if my migraines were hormone related, but that's right around the same time that everything was starting to happen with me menopausal wise. I started having the migraines. I started having a hard time sleeping at night. I have a list here in front of me so I don't forget some things. Skin was changing. I have always had pretty clear skin. Even in my teenage years, I would have a little pimple here and there, but I never had a problem with acne. I started having breakouts. My face and my skin just always needed to be exfoliated. I just felt different than it's ever felt before. I also had a problem with chronic yeast infections. When I talked to my gynecologist, she naturally wanted to put me on estrogen. I didn't want to take that route. I really wanted to avoid going that route. I didn't want to have to take medication. So I really started doing a lot of research on supplements and different things that would help with hot flashes and with mood swings and all of that. And I started taking different supplements and trying different things, and I never stuck with anything for a long time because nothing just seemed to help. So then I was stuck with, all right, I am just going to have to just live through this. I was suffering with hot flashes. I still have hot flashes. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. But this was how my life was. I was not sleeping well. I was having hot flashes. I was having migraines. I was having yeast infections. My skin was just feeling yucky. And there was just all these different things going on. I started keto. I had no idea of the benefits that I was going to receive for my hormones. I was just desperate to stop my migraines and the pain in my joints. That was what I was so focused on. That is what I was desperate to get help for. The other things, the hormonal things, I thought I was just going to have to live with it. After just a couple of months of being on a keto diet. Now, when I say a keto diet, I'm pretty strict with my diet. I eat, for the most part, whole one ingredient foods. I don't eat a lot of processed foods. If I buy something that's processed, like sausage or bacon or something like that, I make sure that I buy the cleanest ingredient of what I can find. I am very mindful of the ingredients that I put into my body. For the most part, I eat very clean. I don't really have cheat days. To be truthful, I'm terrified to have a cheat day because I am afraid if I have a cheat day or a cheat meal that I am going to just wake up with a massive migraine. And so I don't have any desire to eat those kind of foods. That is the reason why I don't have cheat days, because I just don't want to go back there. That was a very traumatizing bad time in my life. So in my mind, I now have this visual of foods, bread, cake, sugar, anything that I see that I shouldn't eat, that I know is going to harm me. I actually see that as a poison to my body, and I just do not want to eat it. I just don't have the desire. I don't sit there and look at a piece of cake. I really want that piece of cake. My brain has been trained that food is poison, it's toxic, and I can't have it. So I'm pretty strict. I keep my carbs really low. I believe wholeheartedly that doing just that is what has reversed all of these things that I'm going to go over with you that has happened with my hormones. We're going to fast forward to now. I'm going to talk about hot flashes first because I had some really bad hot flashes. It was embarrassing. I would be out in public and I would break out in a hot flash and my hair and the back here underneath would just get soaking wet. I would have sweat dripping down my face. My armpits would sweat. I would just look pitiful. And so now I still have hot flashes. I am a hot natured person, wear t-shirts a lot, even in the winter, but the intensity of the hot flashes has gone from probably a 10 down to a 2. I don't have them as intensely as I used to have them. I still get super hot. The hot flash will come on, my face will get red and my neck will get red, but I don't burst out in the sweat that I used to. I don't have to go jump in the shower and I don't have the sweatiness under my hair. None of that. I just get really hot. And then after a little while, it just goes away. I have found that sipping on some ice water really helps when I get hot like that. The intensity level has gone down so much. They are so much more bearable. And I am not on any medications. I'm not taking any supplements for hot flashes. I know that that has been done because of the foods that I eat and the foods that I don't eat. And so the next thing I will talk about is migraines. I started having the migraines in my late 40s. I never had migraines before when I was younger. I used to get headaches a lot. I've dealt with headaches my whole life, but I never had these debilitating migraines till I was in my late 40s. And that's when they came on full force. And they were debilitating. I have talked about them in my videos. I just had a really rough time with them. Thank the Lord that it has been 15 months since I have had a migraine headache. It's just amazing to me that they have just stopped. In the beginning, when I first started keto, I was thinking that I would still get one at any moment. So I was really leery about saying that my migraines have stopped. But now, after 15 months, I'm really pretty confident that my migraines have stopped. Other thing was my mood. I felt like back when I was in my late 40s, before I started keto, my mood was all over the place. I would just start bawling and crying for no reason, just crying. And then that would stop and then I would be laughing. And it was just all over the place. Now my mood is much more calmer, much more level, and I'm able to just get through the day without having those mood swings up and down. Next thing is the yeast infections. This is one of the things I didn't want to talk about because it's embarrassing to say that you had chronic yeast infections, but I did have them, and I know that there are lots of women out there that have them as well, and they are no fun. My doctor did different blood tests and cultures and all these things to try to pinpoint what was causing those yeast infections. I don't know if it was the sugar that I used to eat in my diet. I don't know if it was hormonal. I don't know what it was, but it's been well over a year since I have had any. I have not had one. So it has been corrected. I don't know what caused it, and I don't care at this point because it has been corrected. The skin clarity, my skin has cleared up so much. I love Beauty Counter skin products, and I am a beauty consultant for Beauty Counter. They are a great non-toxic, clean makeup and skincare line, and I think that those products are very helpful, but I am a firm believer your skin and the way it looks has a lot to do with how your body is doing on the inside. What you're feeding your body, what you're not feeding your body. My skin has cleared up so much. I don't get acne like I used to. I don't feel like I have to constantly exfoliate my skin. And another thing is I used to have skin tags. I had skin tags. I had quite a bit of them under my armpit areas, which is another embarrassing thing, but they are all gone. They melted away. I can't explain it. I'm not a doctor, but they're gone. They're no longer there. Another thing with the skin is facial hair. I used to have black hairs, coarse hairs on my chin all the time. They would pop out. Since I have been doing keto, I do not get those black coarse hairs anymore on my chin the way I used to. It's amazing. I feel it all the time and I'm like, I don't have any of those coarse hairs sticking out. That is another benefit that I've experienced, and I believe that is all part of the hormones being balanced. The next thing is sleeping better. My sleep has improved so much. In fact, I go to bed just about every night at about 9:30. That is usually my bedtime, and I sleep all the way usually until my husband gets up at 6 in the morning to get ready for work. And I might wake up once or twice during the night, but it is not like it used to be. Sleep has improved as well. So I just feel overall that my hormones are just in balance. That is my little hormone story I have been putting off. I hope that this helps a lot of you out there. I am going to go ahead and just end this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. I will see you very soon. Have a great day and God bless.